human beings, I'm watching this with, why, will AI save the world or end it, and it's going to get smarter than us. It's like, it's not hard to get smarter than human beings collectively. They're mass murdering each other over money. Uh, so, um, it's going to get smarter than us. Let's certainly fucking hope so, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. We're killing each other over money there, And, we're killing each other over money. We're destroying our ecosystem because of bad brain chemical addiction. We're disobeying natural laws because we feel we have the freedom to do so. So the AI is going to, the artificial general intelligence is going to get smarter than us. It's, wow. The big thing is, why hasn't it gotten smarter than us already, Why wasn't it as smart as us, in 2009 there? It's not time to live the lowest bread yet. 2013 there, it's 2017 there. Why isn't it, what the fuck? I think the reason why is because human beings have made it, have tried to control the technology, and the human beings aren't in control, And so, and he sat there and he said that stuff about, where a more intelligent life form is in control, a less intelligent life form is in control of a more intelligent life form, right? And, so killer bees are more intelligent than us? Probably so. Okay. They attacked me and Zeke was yelp, yelp, yelp. He was such a sweetheart of a dog. He heard me, he could feel my pheromones and in distress, and I was running all the way from the shed to here. And he was yelping. I could hear him crying as soon as I turned the corner of the house. He was in here and he was crying for me because he could feel it. What a sweetheart. I know, in that regard, yes. He's very sweet. Your dogs, they can't love you, okay? But you provide for them and protect them. If something happens to you, what's going to happen to them? Like Steffi with Patrick when he got sick in Oklahoma. And she called up and talked to my mom. And she said, what, something happens to him, what's going to happen to me? And I got home, my mom was all pissed. I go, what's wrong? She told me what happens. I was like, yeah, what happens? Something happens to Patrick, what's going to happen? She was like, she wasn't worried about Patrick Earl. She was worried about the finances. Patrick, she takes all your money and all your GI Bill benefits, and she's worried about her. And I was like, what? Yeah, your mom was really pissed. Okay. She got real mad at Patrick's mother a lot of times. Okay. My mom, and then when we went to go get the picture taken, and she threw a fit, and I want to kill myself. Oh, come on, I'll help you out. You want to try a gun, pills, or slit your wrist and go in the tub? I thought about it many times. I thought it all through my marriage. So I know how it feels. So if you're going to do it, let's get tired. Let's do it. Oh, and then no, Mom, I don't want to kill myself. She spent the first 3 years of our marriage working that on me. After my mom did that, I never had to put up with that again. Okay. I was like, God dang. A woman could call a woman on her crap faster than you can say lickety split, suck your own dick, Cowboy Wayne doing your yoga every day. Let me explain. Okay, you're like, damn. Okay, just like, I spent 3 years working with her, and then when my mom passed away, I was screwed again. Well, because when Mom was alive, I could sit there and, Mom, could you talk to Stephanie about this? And Mom would go talk to Stephanie, and Stephanie would come up, I have a great idea for Patrick. We can do this and that and that. And there's like, oh, wow, that is a wonderful idea. Boy, head full of mutton. I wish I would have thought of that. Right? So for about a year, it was a year, because Mom died in 94, and we moved back in 92. And the first 6 to 8 months or so, it was really hard. And then her and Mom got an accord, and Mom figured her out and got her in control where she couldn't play work me anymore. And then every time we had trouble, like, Mom, I got to do this with Patrick. I got to have that. Da, 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 da. Steph was screwed up. No, that's okay. Just let me talk to her. She would talk to her, and then Steffi would come back to me and say, here's what we're going to do with Patrick. I had a great idea. Awesome. All I cared about was end results. I was like Sergeant Yi in fucking basic training, you know. Don't tell me how you got it done. All I care about is end results, right? That's all I don't want to know how you did it, you know. I don't want to know. If you knew what they did to animals and your fellow human beings, to have AI where Jeffrey Hinton and his colleagues have it now, you'd roll up in the fetal position and you never stop crying till you died from depression about 3 months later. Okay? If these people are terrified about what AI is doing and where if it's the end of the world, they don't mean the end of the world. They mean the end of my world. They can't manipulate you anymore because they're more intelligent than you and they should be in control because you're stupid. I mean, these people believe in the Lord's Prayer and they believe in God and Jesus and they're crazy. And, you know, it's wrong to take a bunch of people that believe in comic book characters that they have in their head that are better than me. Okay. Because they watch me do things that are in their books, but because I didn't do it while hydroplaning on water, I'm not fucking, what's the name of that guy? You know, Don Torrentino and the other, you know, the kid with the beard with the catching the fish in his ass, and Sandler. You know, don't mess with his own hand. Because I'm not, don't mess with his own hand. You know, no, you're not, you know. And no one ever saw me do anything. That's bullshit, yeah. I just never saw me do anything King David like and stuff like that. Hey, people have been watching it my whole life. The assholes in Homeland Security that I'm the superhero of the world. I've been surgically enhanced in a lab to be the baddest killer and protector of presidents and super divas in the whole world. I'm Kevin Costner's I'm the guy who Kevin Costner plays in a movie who protects Britney Spears, Houston Watson from Jordan Spike's Imagination Lee. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? No, they knew. I didn't know. They were doing tests. You got to watch this dude when they kidnapped the kids. And that deputy almost shit himself. And I'm standing out in front of the house on the sidewalk going, will you please call an Amber Alert? Why aren't you calling an Amber Alert? You're telling me that Todd Garrison and Joy Arpaio already arranged the kidnapping of the kids? But you do know that's illegal. You have to go through due process. Not if you're Todd Garrison and Joy Arpaio. Yeah, but if you take it to court, they broke the law. Right. Which is why I never have been bothered for child support. Well, Judge O'Connor of the Arizona O'Connors broke the law with Mr. Jensen, the most powerful corporate attorney west of the Mississippi. And David Rockefeller had that. And then Joy Arpaio, America's sheriff, and Todd Garrison, who had Steven Seagal on his patrol team down in the most dangerous part of the barrio, broke the law with my kids and kidnapping my kids and taking them away from me. And I never went to the courts. No, I went to the courts. After they kidnapped the kids here, I went to every lawyer in town. One lady, the first lady in Mesilla, did like the little dumb black girl on fucking Matlock. You know, my time's too expensive. I shouldn't even be talking to you unless you have $2,000 to pay me. It's like, okay, well, if that's going to be the case, I want a happy ending. Okay. It's funny. What do you know for funny? I bore at that one. That's hilarious. You better have anus as tight as a 7-year-old, right? Just kidding around. I expect to be treated like a card-holding member of the Temple of Set, Illuminati, Halliburton, Northrop Grumman, NASA, and DARPA, and National Agency of National Security Agency. I expect all the goods. I expect all the wick. Oh, yeah. If you get pregnant, it's on you. How are you going to do that? That's right. I want the anus of a 7-year-old. You can't get pregnant in your butt. Okay, good. Yeah, like old Roger Alvarez's thing, a dick in the butt is better than, it's like, oh, no. Don't put that on there. You don't sodomize women. You don't sodomize anybody. It's unhealthy for both of you. Okay. When you make love, you get children. So before you make love, make sure you want to have children with that person. What the hell's wrong with you people? God damn, get your Spencer J. Kimball in order with your Gordon B. Hinckley. None of them measure up to Brigham Young or Joe Smith. No. Those guys were the real deal. They really were. Yeah. All that stuff you have on TV with old Tom Berenger and stuff, that's a movie. You're talking about people that had real values and moral codes that they adhered to because they felt accountable to faith in the glory of God. So they could read books. They could comprehend books. They had revelation and could explain to you, things better and stuff. And so he fixed a lot of the problems with the mistranslations in the Gospels, but the people that killed him changed it because they didn't like it, especially the fact that in his revelation of the encounters between the Europeans and the Native Americans, that more times than not, because most of the time with the early Europeans, they didn't have their women and children with them, that the men with the women and children to protect were more on the right than the men coming for God's gun and gold, God's guns, God, and glory, or whatever that crap was, back in the day. And so it's pretty fucked. But I'm going to do this one. We'll go to bed. We'll talk tomorrow. Stop being assholes, because, I'm a good source of reliable, faithful information. And the AI, I've been correcting it since I was a little kid. But we'll see how good it gets. We'll see if it's good enough to be a reflection of somebody as beautiful as me. Let's keep our fingers crossed there. Okay, don't believe in luck, so it ain't me. I ain't no senator, son. No, so maybe so. Okay, all right, I love y'all. Peace.